In the silent dark, beyond our skies, a titan watches over us. Not with eyes or arms, but with gravity. It's massive, relentless, ancient. And without it, we might not be here at all. Because long before humans looked up and wondered, something was already protecting us. They call it Jupiter, the king of planets. But what if I told you it might also be our shield, our silent sentinel, our cosmic guardian angel? Tonight, we explore the invisible bond between Earth and the largest planet in the solar system. A relationship that may have determined the difference between chaos and life. This is the story of why Jupiter just might be the reason we're here. And how, without ever touching us, it may have saved us more times than we know. Let's begin. Long before Earth cooled into a world of oceans and forests, the planets were still forming. In the swirling chaos of a young solar system, dust collided with dust, rocks smashed into rocks, and slowly a few lucky clumps began to grow. But not all of them stayed small. Some grew fast, others grew massive. And one, born from ice and gas, began to dominate. Jupiter. A world over 11 times wider than Earth, with a mass greater than all the other planets combined. Its birth rewrote the script of the solar system. Because when something that big takes shape, everything else has to play by its rules. But its influence didn't stop with shaping orbits or stirring the asteroid belt. Jupiter began to do something remarkable. It started to clean up, to sweep the solar system of debris, to deflect asteroids, to swallow comets. Not intentionally, of course, but simply by existing. Jupiter became the great gravitational broom of the inner solar system. And in doing so, it may have allowed Earth and life to emerge in peace. But how? Let's travel through space to see. Imagine you're a rogue comet drifting through the outer reaches of the solar system. You're minding your own business, icy, cold, harmless. But then, as you begin your long fall toward the sun, something changes. A pull. Subtle at first, but growing stronger. It's Jupiter. Its gravity reaches out like an invisible hand. And depending on your path, it might do one of three things. It might deflect you, bend your orbit just enough to sling you out of the solar system entirely. It might capture you, binding you into a new orbit like a moon. Or it might eat you whole, pulling you in and vaporizing you in its deep atmosphere. In each case, the result is the same. Earth is spared. Because in the cosmic lottery of impacts, Jupiter often intercepts the bullet. We have evidence of this. Let's go back to 1994. A comet named Shoemaker-Levy 9 had been orbiting Jupiter for years, until finally, it broke apart. A trail of 21 icy fragments began a death plunge into Jupiter's atmosphere. One by one, they struck, The impacts were colossal. Some explosions were larger than the entire Earth. Had that comet been headed toward us instead, the damage could have ended civilization. But it wasn't. Because Jupiter got in the way. That wasn't the first time. And it won't be the last. But it raises a question. Is Jupiter really our protector? Or is that just a coincidence? For years, scientists debated. Some argued that Jupiter's mass helps deflect dangerous objects. Others warned that it might redirect them toward Earth instead. After all, gravity is tricky. Jupiter might protect us, or it might slingshot threats in our direction. So researchers ran the simulations. They removed Jupiter from their models. And what they saw was terrifying. Without Jupiter, the number of impacts on Earth skyrocketed. In some scenarios, Earth would be bombarded every few hundred years by extinction-level events. That's not just bad luck. That's no life at all. Jupiter, it turns out, is doing more than we ever realized. It's reducing chaos, creating stability, giving Earth the chance to stay calm, long enough for life to emerge, evolve, and thrive. But Jupiter's influence isn't limited to asteroids and comets. It may have shaped the Earth itself. Let me show you. In the early days of the solar system, Earth was still young, a molten world scarred by impacts. Water was scarce. Organic molecules were rare. But something strange was happening. Icy bodies were arriving from the outer solar system, comets rich in water and carbon. Many of them were redirected by Jupiter. Not just away from Earth, but toward it. The very building blocks of life may have come from these ancient messengers, delivered by the same planet that often shields us. Jupiter didn't just protect Earth. It may have seeded it. That's the kind of paradox the universe loves. A destroyer that is also a creator. A planet so massive it warps space, yet so distant we barely see it from Earth. But its presence is everywhere. In the stability of Earth's orbit. In the calmness of our skies. In the fact that we have time to build, to grow, to dream. Without Jupiter, we might have been just another cratered rock. But because of Jupiter, we became something more. We became life. So what makes Jupiter so unique? Its size? Yes, but also its timing. Jupiter formed early, before most of the inner planets had stabilized. It shaped the asteroid belt, preventing a planet from forming there. It may have cleared the space that allowed Earth and Mars to become what they are. Even its magnetic field is staggering. Stronger than any other in the solar system, nearly 20,000 times more powerful than Earth's. It creates its own radiation belts, traps particles, and even produces massive auroras at its poles. It's a miniature solar system with over 90 moons, including Ganymede, the largest moon anywhere. Some of those moons, like Europa, may even hold oceans beneath their icy crusts. Jupiter is not just a planet. It's a kingdom, a force, a gravitational monarch ruling from afar, yet affecting everything, including us. But here's the wonder. We still know so little. We've only sent one spacecraft to orbit it, NASA's Juno, which arrived in 2016. Before that, it was just flybys, quick glimpses from Voyager and Galileo. Juno has shown us breathtaking cloud formations, strange lightning deep within its storms, and a magnetic field more complex than we ever imagined. But we've only scratched the surface. What lies beneath its swirling clouds? What drives the storms that have lasted for centuries? What secrets sleep inside its core? And most haunting of all, how many lives has Jupiter saved, silently, across billions of years? We'll never know, because Jupiter doesn't leave a calling card. It just watches and waits and pulls. But with every answer comes a new question. If Jupiter is Earth's guardian, is every solar system lucky enough to have one? Do distant planets around other stars have their own giants, shaping and shielding? Are we rare, or are we blessed? Could the presence of a Jupiter be the difference between barren silence and thriving biospheres? Astronomers are starting to wonder. As we discover thousands of exoplanets, we've begun looking for distant Jupiters. Because if one is there, perhaps something smaller, bluer, and more alive is nearby. The search for life might start with giants. Not because they are life, but because they allow it to exist. And in the coming decades, new telescopes, like the Roman Space Telescope and future observatories, will help us find these hidden titans. They might be rare, or they might be everywhere. But either way, our search begins with gratitude. Because we already have one, right here, in the middle of our solar system. Not visible every night. Not flashy, but vital. So the next time you look up at the stars and see a pinprick of light, know this. Somewhere out there is a massive planet, 318 times the mass of Earth, watching over you. It won't speak. It won't shine like the sun. But it's there. Pulling, protecting, making sure the story of life on Earth continues a little longer. And in the silence of space, that's as close to a guardian angel as we may ever find. If this story made you see Jupiter and Earth in a new light, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Share it with someone who still thinks space is just empty silence. And subscribe to Science Beyond the Lab for more poetic journeys into the universe, the unseen and the unanswered. But before you go, do you think Jupiter has saved Earth from extinction more than once? Could life exist on a planet without a Jupiter? And what secrets might still be hiding beneath its storms? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.